Management. And thanks for joining us, Mr. Spieldinner. We had reports of 3 tornadoes, and can you talk on how many injuries we've had, or even deaths with these?
Well, we're still getting reports in. We've had estimates that somewhere under 200 injuries been reported. We did have one fatality that was reported earlier, but it appears that that one was somebody who wasn't tied to the storm. It might have been something separate.
Bob, this is Jim Cantor here. Take us back to this afternoon and how you started receiving word that all this went down.
Well, we started getting the alerts from the National Weather Service about the tornado watches and warnings that were being issued, and so we started seeing that, and obviously looking at the radar and seeing the number of strong cells that were moving through early told us that something was going to be happening today.
And Bob, we have words on the Suffolk area that was suffered a hit from what they call a major tornado. Any description that you've heard of what the damage is like right now in Suffolk?
Well, they still have crews out there really trying to look in the homes to make sure they're, if there's anybody trapped, trying to help them out. So we really haven't had a chance to do any damage assessment at this point. Everybody's really focused still on the response and trying to save people's lives. So, but we do know it's pretty significant in that area, and we'll definitely have crews out there in the morning once they've been able to stabilize the situation to really get a good account on what kind of damage we're facing.
Have you seen any of the damage?
I definitely have seen some of the pictures of the damage, and it was definitely significant and pretty widespread. We've had reports of other damage in other parts of the state, but this appears to definitely be one of the worst hit areas.
And Bob, looks like a lot of people will be without a home this evening. Are there shelters being set up right now?
Well, that's something they're looking at the local government level. They'd be opening up those. I know the Red Cross has been involved providing feeding for some of the folks, and that stuff is going to continue through the night and potentially through the the next few days or so.
And Bob, as far as power outages is concerned, any numbers on the power outages right now in the Newport News area and everybody surrounding that area?
I haven't got any hard numbers lately. I know that it's not as widespread with the power outages. Our focus has mostly been on the folks who, homes were significantly impacted and trying to help them out. So, power's been a little bit of an issue, but not as much as the winds and damage to the homes.
And Bob, what about traveling in and out of the area? Are the roads clear? Are they passable?
Well, for the most part, in the other areas of the state, but I know the city of Suffolk, they've had their roads closed pretty much leading into and out of the area that's affected. So they're, down trees, down power lines, and things of that nature, and also just keeping folks out of there so that they can have the response crews in there to help out.
Bob, you mentioned earlier you're in a search and rescue mode. How severe is that? In other words, do you have dozens and dozens of houses to still look through, or is this something you're going to be able to accomplish and finish tonight?
Well, I think we still don't know yet. I think there are dozens of homes out there, but we don't know the full extent. They have crews out there, and of course, when you're dealing with nighttime, it's much tougher to do the work. So they've got resources in there to provide lighting, but it's going to be a slow go for them, and it's going to take some time.
All right, thanks very much. That's Bob Spieldinner with the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. And right now, in tonight's, the Suffolk Police Department has issued a mandatory evacuation in the Burnett's Mill neighborhood of the Suffolk area.
If due to gas or just you get a lot of times when you get that kind of damage, Paul, you get gas leaks and things like that. So definitely keep that evacuation. Kyle, let's go back to Sky 2 for just a second because I want to show everybody that we can kind of continue our theme and wrap this up. You'll notice here on the Suffolk radar there are some cells that are working their way north and east, so this certainly may hamper those search and rescue efforts that Bob was talking about. This is the cold front. It's right back in through here, so we probably got another hour or so at the most of rainfall, and then we should start to see some improvement in the weather. So hang in there, folks, if you're watching us tonight.
All right, well, hey, stick around just ahead. We'll have your weekly planner talk about the weather over the next 7 days and this more severe weather in that forecast. But first, here's some more video of the damage left behind by a possible tornado. Actually, we can say it is probably a good chance of a tornado here in Suffolk, Virginia earlier today. Already 10 reports of tornadoes stretching all the way from Florida to Virginia. And if you have pictures of damage, please send them to us at weatherwarriors@weather.com.